Welcome back to Tea and Smoke. I'm Rissa Miller, and I'm pleased to share with you the June collective tea leaf reading. Starting under the handle for June, we find someone rowing their boat all by themselves and weighed down by a really big anchor. This means that you right now feel like you're the only one that's really doing any work, that you're the only one rowing the boat, things are going really slow, and you're dragging all the weight of an anchor that's twice the size of your boat. This might even be in a love relationship. Immediately underneath the anchor, there's someone raising their arms in surrender, attached to a heart. It could very well be that in the last month or two, you have offered your love to someone, and maybe things just didn't go quite as planned. Moving into the emotional sector, we see more frustration, more hard work, more lack of reward. The first symbol showing up is a person slouched over their desk. They've been working really hard, truly putting in the hours, be it in a relationship, a home situation, a job, education, and there's a displeased person just standing there looking right over their shoulder, kind of judging. Immediately under that exchange, we see an arrow pointing to the first of 4 slow-moving turtles. The energy this month is not fast. It is not speedy. It is not going to come to you like that. We have 4 turtles in the cup, and this is the first one. Next, underneath the turtle with the arrow, emphasizing the slow pace of the month of June, is a mourning figure, all dressed in black, standing on a sideways heart. Once again, I feel as though in the past month or so, something happened that really just flipped your heart around, that sort of broke your love. Immediately after those things, there's a gap, an opening, a space for you to give yourself the time and means to heal from all of this frustration and sadness. About halfway back, the emotional side, we run into the largest of the turtles. This is another slow-moving energy, and it's attached to a person reading a book. The turtle, paired with the person reading the book, tells me that you're still learning. Don't rush yourself. Don't make haste to try and do the things that you don't know how to do yet. Take your time and learn the right way. Just underneath of that is a dog, a very particular kind of dog. This is one of those super speedy dogs, like a greyhound, but the dog is sitting. It's at rest. It tells me that that fast speed you want, that fast progress in your emotional world, it's coming. It's perched and ready to go, but you're not ready for it. Give yourself the time. Give yourself the space. Figure out what it is that you need to know to go forward. Moving back the emotional side, there's another interesting exchange. We find a bull, and the bull is sitting with an anchor, second anchor in the cup, and 2 mushrooms are growing on the anchor. Now, this feels like opposite kinds of messages, really. A bull could literally be a Taurus person, or it could be someone with that same stubbornness. Your own stubbornness, it's a factor in the stuckness you're experiencing. If you aren't willing to try to do things a new way, this fast growth that really wants to come into your emotional sector, being represented by the greyhound and the mushrooms, it's not going to be able to make way. The final 3 symbols on the emotional side, a turtle, 2 people working together to move a boat forward, and a pot with 3 flowers. This tells me that the partnership you're looking for is on the way, whether this is personal or professional. The person who wants to help row your boat is coming along. Look for them by the end of the month to make an appearance. It's going to be a slow-moving relationship. Be okay with that. Slow growth, steady growth is good growth. The flower pot has a very interesting message as well. There are 3 stems of flowers. One shows a beautiful flower in bloom, but the other 2 flowers are at the end of their life cycle. They're ready to be pruned away so that new growth can come out of this pot. I think the message here is that when you let go of the old, when you prune it away, new growth will flourish. The backside of this cup is really interesting. It is the first of 3 houses to show up on the cup. This person is sitting in a chair on the roof of the house, literally deep in thought, considering a situation that's something to do with home, property, real estate. You really want this to be easy, don't you? Because you kind of want it wrapped up in a bow. I don't see that happening. There you are again on the other side of the house, pushing it forward, making this property or new home or real estate endeavor manifest. You kind of want it to happen like magic too, because there's Aladdin's lamp just underneath. Interestingly, the way magic is just rolling out of Aladdin's lamp, I believe it might be possible that there's someone or some force on the other side helping you manifest this new home or property situation. I mean, do you have a genie? Moving around the other side to the material part of the cup, there's a huge blockage. In fact, it is the largest feature of this cup besides the general feeling of confusion and scatter. This cup is really speaking to a lot of confusion, a lot of stagnation, maybe even brain fog, things that are just not conducive to you getting your goals achieved. This really shows up a lot on the material side of the cup. Right underneath of the blockage, we meet an acorn and another mushroom. This is the third mushroom. Mushrooms, again, are about fast growth, fast change, but it's blocked by this huge wall of tea at the top. Acorns are about planting seeds for the future. Maybe it is a good thing to plant it deep underground, but again, that feeling of blockage, that feeling of stagnation is still there. There is an umbrella tucked away underneath here as well. You don't feel prepared, but actually you are prepared. You are ready for a rainy day to come along. You just don't believe it yourself. We see a person moving along next. They're stuck in the blockage, but still trying to go forward. If this is you, if this resonates with you, it means that despite feeling blocked and stuck, you are still pushing onward. Go you. That's commendable. Just after that, there's a telephone, like an old-fashioned telephone that has a cord. Means that there is an opportunity coming along, but you have to be open to it. It has to be able to reach you through this big blockage. The very next symbol we encounter is a fully grown tree. It's got leaves, it's got roots, it's got a big, thick, strong trunk. The acorns you planted in the past are finally coming to bear fruit. This is a good thing. But remember that big old blockage, that stagnation that you're feeling, the mind fog? See if you can find a way to begin releasing it. In the last half of the material side, we meet a squirrel, which is all about saving your resources for a rainy day. The squirrel and the question marks being situated right next to the house tell me that there's something insecure in the very foundation that you're experiencing right now. It could be work, home, some kind of building that you are affiliated with in your life. You're not sure about its future. Just beneath that, there's a little girl carrying a basket. There's a question mark with her too. This sweet, adorable little girl might be a child in your life, or perhaps even a child that you're hoping to bring into the world. There's some uncertainty though, and I encourage you, always address your uncertainty and insecurities before you move forward. There's two people at the end of the blockage walking together hand in hand, as if you finally accept some help and get around this big block. Underneath that, the letter C is repeated 3 times. This could be a person, place, thing, or event if that resonates for you. The final symbol that shows up on the material side is a new person walking in with big change. It's represented by a person waving, walking along, and a spinning top. I think by the end of the month, the new person is going to show up and help out with your material world challenges. This person's posture is friendly and supportive. They very well might be that individual coming along to help you paddle the boat and walk forward with you together in partnership. At the bottom of the cup, a question mark appears over another house. Once again, even going into the distant future, you might be questioning your home or something else to do with a particular physical location in your world. The other symbol at the bottom of the cup, it's another turtle. More slow-moving change, but this one is hauling a great big triangle. Another opportunity is coming along. It's moving really slowly. Don't look for this particular one to happen in June. It's a moment to do all you can to support your own well-being, your mental, emotional, and physical health at this time, when it's a little bit blocked, confused, and you feel weighed down. Overall, I see you coming through it strong, and a lot of your questions finding answers. This has been a general collective reading for the month of June. Remember, I will never reach out to you on any platform to offer you a reading or ask for money. If you want a personalized reading, I'm available at teaandsmoke.com. Thank you for joining me for the June reading. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, or share with a friend.